Acheron claims to be a simple galaxy ranger who travels the many planets in the universe, but she's also the one who brutally annihilated Duke Inferno. And if we are to believe what Aventurine told us, she's actually an Emanator who brings death and finality. So who exactly is she? Well, in this video, we are going to look at everything we know about this mysterious swordswoman. And there is a lot to look at here. Out of the entire cast of Penacony, surprisingly, the first one that we met was Acheron. The Trailblazer had this dream while sitting in the Astral Express even before we reached Penacony, and this was even before we'd heard about the dreamscape. This interaction with Acheron was especially memorable, but it did leave us with more questions than answers. This is also the place where Acheron refers to herself as a Galaxy Ranger for the first time. As she introduces the dreamscape to us, she asks us a question.
Have we met somewhere before?
Acheron says that she tends to forget things, which is why instead of memory, she uses her emotions to remember. She then goes on to ask us a few more questions. The last one is most interesting.
I would ask, do you still remember me?
What's even more curious is that all of these questions had us making a choice, and these questions appeared in red. And this is something Acheron actually references in the quest. While she warns us about the many tribulations and tragedies that we are going to witness, and we've witnessed a good amount. What? She foreshadows an end where we'll only see black and white. She says that in that monochrome world, there will be a glimpse of fleeting red, and when we make a choice, it will reappear once again. This choice of words really reminds me of her ultimate, where everything goes black and white except the red on her sword, her dress, and the flowers on her arms. Another interesting moment from our meeting with her was when she asked us whether the Trailblazer remembered her. She said that for a split second, it felt like countless versions of the Trailblazers that were alike yet distinct gave entirely different responses. And as we part with her, she cries, asking us to return to the waking world where we can find all our answers. Now, did we get to these answers in the quest that followed? No. But looking back at this conversation really makes me question, was this the first time that Acheron met the Trailblazer? And if we were somehow able to access the dreamscape even before we reached Penacony, when does the dream begin and when does reality end? Could the Trailblazer's initial interaction with Acheron actually be the last meeting for her? And would that explain why she was crying? Now, while we were introduced to Acheron during the quest, there are more clues hidden in all of the promotional material dedicated to her as well. The animated short showed us a glimpse into Acheron's memories. And just like Black Swan, we were not prepared to see that. Oh my, what? Black Swan had decided on her dance partner from the beginning. She even tells Sparkle this because she wished to find out what Acheron could be hiding. Given the absence of the Annihilation Gang and the death of Duke Inferno, she had her sights set on Acheron, hoping to find the answers that she was looking for. As we see in the animated shot, Black Swan is able to traverse through many of Acheron's memories, which have their fair share of battle and traveling, which isn't really suspicious because that's what a Galaxy Ranger would do. But as she delves deeper, she finds a memory that isn't Acheron's. It's Ifrit's. Seemingly, the moment of his death. What followed was Black Swan's tragic encounter with what seems to be nihility. The endless abyss that is the opposite of remembrance. Black Swan describes it best. Now, while the animated shot gave us a glimpse into the true nature of Acheron, there is more to know about her past and where she comes from. A long time ago, there were dual planets intertwined in each other's tragic destiny, both revolving around a pitch-black great sun. At first, one of the planets gave birth to humans. These people looked down and named the land below Izumo, and the land above was named Takamagahara. One day, demonic beasts named Kami descended onto Izumo. They burnt the rivers and the oceans and shattered the land. In order to fight back, Izumo splintered more than 70,000 blades to forge 12 sentinels, but they were all broken. As Acheron stood in Izumo, having lost all her people, watching her world being swallowed into the very thing that these two planets orbited together, her last blade was forged into naught. And as she took that final stride with her new blade, this was perhaps her embracing the path of nihility. Now, whether she's an Emanator who brings death and finality, like Acheron told us, is something we'll have to wait for the future to find out. But even Acheron's skills in game have features that we've never seen before. We learnt in the 2.1 livestream that her skills seem to have the effect of shattering and desolation, and behind her endless power hides emptiness and loneliness. During battle, she gains special charges called slash streams, and she can gain these based on her own skill or the debuffs applied to enemies. When the slash streams are completely charged, Acheron's ultimate can be activated. It has 4 hits. The first 3 hits are manual, and then the final hit attacks all enemies. During her ultimate, everything turns monochrome, even Acheron's purple hair becoming white, and the only color visible is the crimson on Acheron and her blade. Another interesting thing about Acheron's ultimate is that it has nothing to do with energy. It is only dependent on the slash streams. And it's not just her ultimate that is unique, even her technique literally bends the rules of the game. When you use Acheron's technique in the overworld, the monsters are instantly killed without entering battle. This does not affect the rewards you can get from these enemies, and you can even use this in the simulated universe. You can literally walk through the simulated universe and collect rewards. If there are a bunch of enemies on the map, you can activate her technique continuously, which results in a combo to kill them all. But besides her skill in battle, there is more to discover about this character. Her official introduction calls her a wanderer whose true name is unknown, and also that she likes peaches. When asked about the origin of her name, she says that it is complicated and that it cannot be explained in a few words. But there will come a day when we will learn about her identity and what she has done, and that day we will understand the true meaning of her name. Well, since I didn't want to wait that long, I looked it up, and apparently Acheron in Greek mythology is a river that is believed to branch into the underworld. Even her Chinese and Japanese names are connected to the underworld. Considering the amount of bodies we have seen collectively in all her teasers, I am not surprised. Moving on to lighter topics. Apparently, Acheron carries makeup on her, and she does so out of habit and not necessity. Her hometown often had heavy thunderstorms, and girls carried makeup with them in case the rain ruined it. Unlike most that feel fatigued by the rain, Acheron finds it calming, a time when she can finally have some peace and quiet. Acheron's lore and design has made me very eager to pull for her, and it's totally not because I lost my 50-50 to E3 Bronya on Black Swan's banner. Why will you be pulling for Acheron? Do let me know in the comments below. I hope you all win your 50-50s on her banner, and if you all don't, the 30 free pulls that we're getting for the anniversary rewards should help. Thank you for watching the video until the end, and I'll see you in the next one.